Hey guys, Evan here. So, this is a video I've sort of been putting off making for a little while. Little bit because I'm afraid of the reaction to it. And I'm just going to come out and say what it is, as the title would suggest, where the heck is Spider-Man Vigilante? And the full answer is, if you follow the Facebook page, you've already seen this. But I am unfortunately indefinitely postponing Spider-Man Vigilante. Now, before you get all mad at me, let me give my reasons why. Basically, in the end, it all comes down to me not having the resources that I want in order to make this fan film what I want it to be. I do have a camera, I have editing software, it's iMovie, but I can do stuff with it. But the thing is, for what I want to give you guys, I want to make something that is like, worthy of the Spider-Man character, something that I would absolutely love to put out, and something that you guys would enjoy too. And right now, I just simply don't have the resources to really make this film what I can make it in, like, a short time frame. The script, however, is completely done. Like, for a lot of you guys that have been following this since its beginning, you'll know that, I wrote one script, went out and filmed most of an episode 1. That video is actually on the Facebook page. That was never officially released. Then I went back, I canceled that, and I rewrote episode 1, which actually did wind up on YouTube. And then with that, though, I just wasn't happy with the direction it was going. There were certain plot points that they just didn't make sense to me for the direction I wanted to go. So I wound up canceling that. I called it the first 10 minutes because that was kind of going to be the beginning of the fan film. But when I did go back and rewrote the whole thing, it wound up being something so much better than what was in that first 10-minute video that I put up on YouTube. There were a lot of plot points I was like, okay, these are dumb. The entire Oscorp internship thing I completely wrote out of the fan film because it was just weird. Like, the way it actually played out, it didn't work that well. But yeah, why am I canceling it? Like I said, it comes down to resources. The way I wrote my script, it doesn't have a lot of, like, super visually effects, but there are certain things like web shots and stuff that I would want to have in my fan film, which I don't really have the availability to do at this current time. A lot of stuff also having to do with lighting. That's kind of a big thing. Editing program, I only have iMovie. I can do stuff with iMovie, but I have learned how to use the Avid editing system, Avid Media Editor, Media Composer. There we go, Media Composer. It's been a while since I used that because that was a couple months ago in school. I'm rambling now. Anyways, but I've learned how to use a better editing system, and I don't have that right now. And to use anything less than that, I mean, I've learned how to do a lot with iMovie, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to make Vigilante what my vision is with what I currently have. Not gonna complain about camera because you can do anything with any camera. I mean, I do kind of have a DSLR now, but but yeah, I mean, I don't want you guys to get super mad at me. I mean, you can get mad at me if you want. You can unfollow my YouTube if that was the only thing you were following me for. However, I do have a more kind of simple solution to what I could do to kind of make up for not making a full fan film yet. And this would be the working title that I'm kind of thinking of for this is the Spider-Man Vigilante Chronicles. Now, what would these be? These would be not directly tied into Spider-Man Vigilante, but made in the style of, like, what I kind of want my fan film to be. And these would be, just fun little, like, clips for you guys to see, because I've actually kind of come to notice with a lot of, like, Spider-Man YouTube videos out there, you get a couple that are, like, long and, like, full series and, like, really good, but there's only a few. The majority of Spider-Man fan films out there, not the best things in the world. But where, like, a lot of, like, smaller ones come in is when you get, like, the short, like, 5 minutes things, where it's not, like, a huge overarching story, but it's a tiny little thing. That's what I'm thinking about maybe doing for you guys, because those can be done on a much smaller budget. They could probably be shot in, like, a day, edited in a day, or something like that, and then, given to you guys. And it would give you guys a form of, like, Spider-Man entertainment and allow me to practice a lot of, like, editing styles and just techniques and tricks that I, would eventually use when I do go to make this fan film. Which, like, the script for this thing, guys, is honestly, it's, I think, one of the greatest things I've ever written. I sent it off to a few Spider-Man friends of mine, and a lot of them loved it. One of my good friends actually said it's how TASM should have been, which is a huge, like, upside to me. Another thing I've noticed that a lot of people do, which honestly my first few versions of Vigilante were Amazing Spider-Man copies, where basically the way Peter acts, the way Peter dresses, the way he just does everything is so much inspired by Amazing Spider-Man that it's almost like copying it, and I don't want to do that. The way I rewrote my script is Peter wears completely different stuff. He looks a little bit different. I mean, it's basically this because I'm the one playing him. But it's not so much inspired by Amazing Spider-Man that it is my own version of it. Just to kind of recap, yeah, it's not happening. But I hope you guys still support me with the other stuff I do. I also, the fact that I don't have money for that is because I divert a lot of other money into my cosplays, which are kind of my main focus. Kind of like for this channel, but I do want to get some other stuff to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys continue to support me. Like I said, do you guys like the idea of kind of me doing a Chronicle series where it's not tied into Spider-Man Vigilante? Like when I go to make Vigilante, it'll be its own little universe. But these would just be fun little clips of me, you know, practicing just things for when I eventually go to do this Spider-Man fan film, which I do want to do, but it will not be happening this summer, guys. Yeah, but that's it. Let me know what you guys think about my Chronicles idea. Again, I am sorry that this has gone through so much, just crap of me postponing and making excuses. And so I'm finally just kind of giving you guys that to, leave with you all. But yeah, that's it. Remember to comment, thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already, which would be weird if you haven't subscribed because I'm just talking to you about a fan film that isn't happening at the moment. But yeah, that's really it. Leave your thoughts of what you guys, if you guys like the idea of me doing just shorter little Spider-Man clips, and what would you guys maybe want to see me do with those, just kind of things to mess around with. But yeah, that's it. Remember to stay frosty, and I will see you guys next time.